Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It's a great day today. Actually, over the weekend, something happened. I know it was Father's Day, and that's a big deal. Happy belated Father's Day to all of you fathers out there. But, boy, so exciting.
I can tell. Yeah. Are you going to share with the world what made it so exciting?
I got to have a sip of coffee first.
Okay.
The gourds they've sprouted.
They've cracked the surface?
They have cracked the soil, at least in two spots. I can see another place where they're beginning to come up through the soil. And so we've got 7 mounds. So 3 so far have showed up. 2 of them are above ground. And little babies. They're so cute.
Yeah.
They're cute little gourds. And they have sprung up, and I give them a little water yesterday, and I'm hoping when we go out and check them later today, there'll be maybe another sprout or 2 coming up.
Great.
If you are just wondering what's so exciting about gourds coming out of the ground, this is our fundraiser for the Inclusive Playground Project that is being ongoing. Lots of volunteers working to make improvements on the playground equipment, I believe at the North Park Elementary School, and make it so every child can play and play together on the playground. And we feel that's an important cause, and there are many important causes out there that are being worked on starting today.
Yes.
Give for Custer County, and we were visiting with Riley and Jennifer late last week about it through the Custer County Foundation. It actually gets underway today, and it's a fundraising campaign to grow and inspire communities to come together to give as much as possible to support the work of nonprofits in Custer County. Donations are being accepted June 16th through June 30th. Give for Custer County provides an additional opportunity for nonprofits to receive contributions, share their missions, and find new donors. Donors are able to learn more about charitable organizations doing important work in our communities. Give for Custer County provides an opportunity to grow and give to one another. The foundation will be giving away $50,000 in matching funds and $2,700 in incentive prizes. The match pool will be distributed proportionally to participating nonprofits based upon the total amount raised by each organization. The proportional share will be based on the total dollars raised by the individual participating organization in relation to total dollars raised by all participating organizations. How do you give? How do you give, Brent?
With your heart.
And go online and use your heart. That's
yes.
right. Go online at give4, that's Give, the number 4, cc.asimobile.net, starting today through the 30th. Google it or go to the Custer County Foundation site. You'll find it there. You can also drop your donations by in person at the Custer County Foundation office at 403 South 9th Avenue. For those who've been around for a while, it's the old Security State Bank building in downtown Broken Bow. Checks must be made payable to the Custer County Foundation with the name of the organization in the memo line. Checks must be received between June 16th and the 30th. Attend one of the many fundraising events hosted by participating organizations. And you can do that. There's lots of different things in lots of different communities in our county that have some good things going on. To learn more about the Custer County Foundation, go to custercountyfoundation.org and select Give for Custer County under the Giving menu and follow them on social media. You also may contact the office at 308-872-2232, or you could email them at custerfoundation@gmail.com. And we have a list that provided to us of all the different organizations that are going to be asking you to help them raise money. And all the way from libraries to community efforts to, as we mentioned, playgrounds, Sargent Community Fair, Custer County DYO, Callaway Good Life Center, all sorts of things in the county. And I thought Riley and Jennifer did a good job of explaining that last week. The easy way to get involved is go online with your heart.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a huge donation. It all adds up, and it will be matched up to $50,000. And I would encourage you, I believe there is a spot for the inclusive playground. That's an option. But there's so many different things for you to give to. Make the gift of your choice.
Yeah.
This is very successful. Last year, I believe, didn't they say they raised about $200,000?
That sounds right.
And now
Yes.
they have double the amount of charities. So we could see $400,000 or $500,000 raised through this program.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about that quite a bit this week and encouraging you in the days to come before the month ends to make your donation to help out whatever cause you like. And it's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah.
So the gourds are up now. I've been communicating with some gardeners out there. I should say they've been communicating with yours truly. There's particular bugs you need to watch for gourds, and they have some resolutions to those problems. I'm getting a lot of help. And we also mentioned that Will Hazen is going to be donating some Indian corn to go along with our gourds.
All right.
And so later on we'll be having, I don't know, an auction. We'll be doing all sorts of things to sell those gourds. We might have a gourd stand. We don't know for sure how we're going to market them, but we have to grow them first.
Yes.
And they are growing.
That's great news.
It is.
Yeah.
The cucumbers at the Bernie Garden, however, are not showing up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going on there. But that's okay. I was going to give you a cucumber this year, but now I can't.
Well.
I was going to give you one cucumber.
Well, thanks.
With my heart.
So here's my question on the gourds.
Yeah.
When do we know when to harvest them? I know that probably sounds like a dumb question, but I know nothing about gourds. And I'll go back to your cucumber thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can let cucumbers get really big.
Yes.
And that's really maybe not the best thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Lots of times you'll pick the cucumbers when they're smaller, or at least we do.
They taste better.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well.
And so I was wondering on the gourds, because when I see gourds of all sizes.
And shapes.
And shapes, yes. So there's my question. When are we going to pick some when they're small? You know what I'm saying? And then pick others and try to let others get as big as they can get? Or how do you know? Is that a dumb question?
No, I don't think it's a dumb question. I think the good news with gourds is you don't eat them.
Well, right.
So you don't have to worry about them getting too big and not tasty.
Yeah.
So I think we planted a variety pack.
Oh, okay.
And we planted the birdhouse type, and then there was another type. And Joan wrote them down when we planted them. So I think you basically, in this case, let them grow till they get big.
Okay.
And since you don't eat them, I think the wonderful thing about gourds.
Yes.
I'm learning more about gourds.
Okay.
They're like people, folks.
Oh.
The gourds, we have 3 or 4 different varieties of gourds we're going to try to raise here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more than that with the variety pack. So we have all kinds of different gourds that are going to be growing on the same area, on the same piece of ground, same property. And they're going to get along. And they're going to grow together.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to climb up the fence and become beautiful. And in some eyes, some gourds are not beautiful. Some of them are pretty ugly. But if you look at them with the right frame of mind, they're beautiful. Okay, maybe they look like they have warts, but they're colorful.
They're unique.
They're unique. They're different, but they're the same because they're growing and they want to climb the fence and live their lives in a positive way.
Wow.
Together.
Man, that's well said. That was even kind of deep.
You can get deep into gourds.
I can see you are.
They're representative of how we should get along. And it should inspire us to give. So
Yeah.
when their time comes to make their final contribution, then hopefully we can raise a little money for the inclusive playground.
Sounds good.
And it'll be fun to see how many different types of gourds grow. How big do they get? How big should we let them get? Do they get so big and then they just sit there? I think that might be the case.
Okay.
They get to a certain point and then their life is not complete, but they're going to enjoy being around for a little while and then they'll become a birdhouse.
Okay.
Or it's a decorative thing. You don't eat them.
Right.
And we're going to name some of the gourds. We already talked about that with, did last Friday at the Rotary Golf Tournament. We did see Gordy Goodman, and
We did.
I think he gave us a go-ahead on using Gordy G. Gord as a name. Jerome, Genevieve, all sorts of Gary,
Yes.
Jeff with a G.
Yes.
Well, we can name a lot of, and make them have their own personalities with their names.
Yeah.
Even though we don't really know their name, but we're going to name them, and they'll become valuable and sell for lots of money.
That's our hope.
Yeah. Oh, I believe in the people. I believe people will understand that gourds represent how we should get along in life. So there we
It's
go.
well said.
Yeah.
Yep. Gourds for good.
Gourds for good. And now back to the fundraiser by the foundation.
Yes.
Give to whatever cause you feel strongly about.
Yeah. And by the way, be watching for fundraisers because a lot of these groups that are participating in the Give for Custer County will be hosting fundraisers in the next couple of weeks. So be watching for those.
Yes. And just so you know, KCNI KBBN will be making a donation to the inclusive playground. And we'll do that not with gourds, with cash to start with, to get things rolling there.
Oh, well, that's nice.
And thank you to all the folks at the Custer County Foundation. And Riley and Jennifer, thank you so much for all the work you do. And it's going to be exciting for you the next couple of weeks. All right, let's talk about the weather. That's something else we can talk about that doesn't make anybody mad. Well, it might if we talk about it today, because there is a chance of some thunderstorms today. I think today may be the best chance, and also some chances tomorrow. And we'll also see temperatures up there pretty high this week, maybe even near 100 towards the end of the week.
Great.
Yeah, so be careful. It's pretty warm lately, but not hot where it can, really tear you up out there. So you got to be careful being out in 90-degree weather, 95-degree weather, near 100-degree weather with the humidity that we've had. Now, Friday, we participated in the Rotary Golf Tournament. I think it was successful. I think they raised some money. That's one of their main fundraisers. And it got a little sticky off and on. Once in a while, we had a breeze. But it was a little bit warm.
It was.
And the temperature wasn't that high, but the humidity was, and it really was quite close. Saturday, nice breeze off and on. Pretty darn nice day. Yesterday got a little bit warm with the humidity as well. So we're getting used to it. But it's going to pop up to 100 towards the end of the week, and we'll want to be careful.
Yep. Hydrate.
Hydrate, because if you don't, you're going to go out of your gourd.
Yes, we don't want that.
You'll lose it. Dehydration is not a pretty thing.
No, it's not.
It can really cause some problems.
Takes a long time to get over, too.
Yes, and as my wife constantly tells me, drink water
Yes.
as I drink coffee.
So Dave and I begin with like 2-3 cups of coffee, which
dehydrates you.
dehydrates you. How smart is that?
Duh. Let's see here, Brent. It's Take Your Cat to Work Day. I'm not sure if that's
Is
a
it
good
now?
idea.
Where's Willow? Is Willow here? Here, Willow.
She would probably be fine.
Did you bring Willow to work?
She would love to come here and look around. She's a very curious cat.
Yeah.
Anything that has a compartment or something you can crawl into, she's all about it. But I think I'll leave her home. I'm not going to abide by the Take Your Cat to Work Day. I think they're better off around the home place there.
Okay.
Let's see here. Also, National Fudge Day.
Oh, I can get into that. Love fudge.
Delicious treat, yes. A replacement. Well, I'm not going to read that part. A fudge factory in Ontario, Canada holds the Guinness World Record for the largest block of fudge ever made.
I can't wait to find out how much it weighed.
5,800 pounds.
5,800?
Yep.
Wow.
More than 3 Ford 150 pickups.
That is a big block of fudge.
You betcha.
My gracious.
Yep.
Wow.
It was early in the 1800s when a candy maker in Baltimore tried making caramels and made a mistake, and it turned out to be like fudge, and that's how it got going. Birthdays today. If you're celebrating a birthday on the 16th day of this month of June 2025, you are celebrating with Roberto Duran.
Boxer.
Professional boxer, now 74 years old, Panamanian boxer known as Hands of Stone. World champion in 4 weight classes and considered one of the greatest fighters of all time. Oh, boy, I don't know. Phil Mickelson is celebrating a birthday today.
That's good.
Yeah. Golf's for Saudi Arabia. He's 55 today.
Okay.
Pro golfer, lefty, won 45 PGA Tour events and currently plays in the LIV Golf League.
But has won every major except the U.S. Open, right? Which was played this past weekend.
Yes. Unlikely winner there.
It's what I saw. I didn't watch one. I did not watch any of it.
I think
I don't even know who won.
J.J. Spawn.
Okay.
And he's one of those guys. I think he's 34 years old. Been playing a long time, struggling off and on. I think he won one big tournament over the years until yesterday. Made a 64-foot putt.
Wow.
On the 18th green to secure his win.
Wow.
And it was a curvy one.
Man, that is a big-time putt.
Yeah. The win moves him from being last year's 119th ranked golfer to number 8. And he also received $4 million for winning yesterday. It rained, and I didn't watch much of it, but I did see the end of it. And it was kind of when they had a big delay because they had rain.
Oh.
And they'd had rain before, so the course was like when they hit the ball, the water splashed.
Yikes.
And it's such a difficult course and a major test for professionals. I have to say, you feel their frustration, but it is in some way nice to see professional golfers struggle like the rest of us do. But it was a real test with the soggy conditions. And
was he under par? I know going into the tournament, that was the question. Would the winning score be under par?
Because of that putt he made, he ended up 1 under, I believe.
Oh, okay.
There were 5 golfers at one time that were +1, tied for the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was tough, but it was kind of fun to see somebody that come out of 119th
And
last
that's
year.
happened before at the U.S. Open, which is interesting.
Yeah, I think it's just a test. I mean, I can't imagine how that course looks in person. But for those of you who are not golfers or don't care about golf, I know you're thinking, move along, enough of that. So let's talk about birth rate here in the United States of America.
Oh, okay.
We'll mix it up a little bit.
All right.
Motherhood is happening later in life here in the United States, according to a new report from the CDC. The average age of a new mom jumped up nearly a year from the 2016 stats to 27 and a half years old. So now the average age for the firstborn, my mom, is 27 and a half years old. The overall age of women giving birth, oh, that's not even right. The age of a new mom jumped to 27 and a half years. The overall age of women giving birth also rose to an average of 29.6, almost 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
While teen pregnancies dropped to less than 9% of all births, which is a good figure. Experts believe the cost of raising children and overall changes in societal expectations have led to increases in the new mother's age. Nearly 30, that the average that ladies are giving birth. That's kind of amazing. That's what I have there for you, Brent.
Well, thank you, Dave.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Keeping Central Nebraska informed.
Yes, don't forget to make your donation.
Yes.
The Prairie Pioneer Center today, excuse me, sausage and gravy over biscuits, corn, and fruit. The number to call if you're new, maybe you want to try it out, 872-6121. Come to the center. They'd love to have you. And if you want to set up home delivery, call that same number, 6121. Now, we have information that road work is set to begin today here on Highway 2. We haven't seen any activity as yet, but it is early. Maybe they'll start moving some signs in and things. So at least this week, weather permitting, expect that they'll begin the work between Broken Bow and Myrna on Highway 2, starting near Webster Avenue, which is the Thompson Addition turn-in, and go past the Callaway Road and Memorial Drive intersection and on to Myrna, just past Victoria Springs Road turnoff. So that work should begin this week. And that work, once it gets going, will last all the way through September into early October. They're going to do a lot of reworking. So we're going to want to get ready for flag people and people directing traffic, and we'll want to slow down. And, of course, I know you all will, stay off your phones.
Yes.
No celebrations in the immediate area this weekend. And then they really fire them up the following weekend. But this weekend is the Demo Derby.
Yeah.
Out at the fairgrounds on Saturday. And I don't think you have to have advance tickets for that. I think you
No, it's pay at the gate.
So just go and enjoy, and they'll have concessions and all sorts of fun things going on centered around the Demo Derby. KCNI, KBBN's own Jeremy Shipe and Brent Apperson will be your announcers. And the Chamber of Commerce and the Fair Board working together to bring this to you on Saturday. So help them out. Make sure we have a big crowd there. Make sure that you enjoy yourselves, and thank the Fair Board and the Chamber for bringing the demo back.
Should be a good day.
Should be fun. Let's play the game. What kind of questions you have for us there, Brent?
All right. Father's Day was yesterday, so we're going to ask you one more question around that theme. Donald Sutherland was a famous actor, and his son is Kiefer Sutherland. What nationality are this father and son? British, Australian, German, or Canadian? Donald Sutherland and son Kiefer Sutherland. What nationality are this father and son? British, Australian, German, or Canadian? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
And what's your prize today, Brent?
I'll give you an ice cream cone to Runza.
Well, it's going to be hot, so that'll come in handy.
Yeah.
The phone's ringing. We'll pick it up while you listen to this.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the month of June is one more good reason. Palmer Monuments After Memorial Day Sale. Go and see Palmer Monument today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off their already reduced prices. Their goal is to assist you in selecting a memorial that best fits your family needs, and they'll save you money too. During the After Memorial Day sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow and Lexington. Building something big or just tackling a do-it-yourself project, Whatever your vision, they've got the supplies you need to make it happen at Ansley Lumber and Supply. From lumber to paint, tools to hardware, Ansley Lumber and Supply has it all. With top quality products at unbeatable prices. And with their friendly expert staff, you'll get the advice you need to get your job done right. Visit them today in downtown Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Open Saturday, 8 until noon.
And we have James on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Here's Brent with your question.
Thanks.
Okay, James, Donald Sutherland and Kiefer Sutherland. What nationality are this father and son? Are they British, Australian, German, or Canadian?
I'm going to say Canadian.
You would be correct. Way to go. You got it, James, and because you've answered correctly, we've got a certificate that'll get you a free ice cream cone or dish of ice cream that you can pick up at Runs in Broken Bow. So come on out and see us when you can.
All right, appreciate it.
Hey, thanks a lot.
You bet.
7:57 is your time, and Dave talked too long this morning. So I think, Brent, you want to do the grocery cart specials right after the weather and news at 8?
I can, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have a very heavy guest list today. We don't have a lot of live reads, so we'll have time to dive into those specials in the 8 o'clock hour.
Okay.
And I don't even have a sheet today, so you'll have to tell me what we're doing over there.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Looks like, I think they gave me your sheet.
Oh, they gave it
There
to us,
it
and I
is.
didn't see it. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have grocery cart specials. Looks like CEDC is planning to come in maybe later this morning, so we'll see what they have to say coming up later.
Yeah, I'd like to interview them. Would be nice.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It's the best start to my day.
The right approach to care makes all the difference. And at Broken Bow Dental, that means staying true to the values that matter most to this community. Dr. Casey McLeod and her team build lasting relationships, knowing every patient by name. She also listens, making certain your treatment is the right fit. And with advanced technology, the team at Broken Bow Dental streamlines care, completing procedures in fewer visits so you can get back to what matters most. Located right off Highway 2 in Broken Bow, Dr. McLeod's practice is now accepting patients. Better, brighter, Broken Bow Dental.
The murders of a Minnesota state senator and her husband. CBS's Lilia Luciano.
They say they found a list of more than 50 possible targets, including lawmakers and abortion rights advocates in clinics.
Another state lawmaker and his wife were wounded. Iran's fired a new wave of missile attacks on Israel. At least 5 people have been killed. CBS's Robert Berger in Jerusalem.
A ballistic missile from Iran carries a 2,000-pound warhead, and some of these have been able to evade Israeli defenses and crash into heavily populated areas with deadly consequences.
Israel says it's achieved air superiority over Tehran. Shohei Ohtani will be on the mound for the first time since August 2023 at tonight's game against the Padres. LA manager Dave Roberts.
It's great for the game. It's good for our team. Our guys are excited about this potential. And obviously, most important, I'm excited for Shohei.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning?
RV wins!
Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast?
RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing a schedule, and responding to Jim's long emails. Leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC at dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KNOP, organizers with the Hershey Fall Festival announced Friday that country music's Casey Donahue will perform this year's celebration, scheduled for August 23rd. Donahue has had 27 chart-topping hits on Tux's radio from 2006 to 2025. Donahue has released more than 12 albums. The Drew Phillips Band is once again set to open the concert portion of the Hershey Fall Festival. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The San Francisco Giants acquired DH Rafael Devers from Boston for 4 players. He's in year 2 of a 10-year contract. The Giants are 2 games back of the first-place Dodgers in the NL West now after losing 5-4 in L.A. The Padres are still 3 back after San Diego won 8-2 at Arizona. The Padres start a 4-game series Monday at Dodger Stadium. L.A.'s Shohei Ohtani will pitch as an opener on Monday and be the DH. Tampa Bay beat the Mets in New York again 9-0. Phillies and Miami each won. Colorado 10-1 winners at Atlanta. It was 1-1 going to the 7th. Boston won its 5th straight game, 2-1 over the Yankees. Houston won its 5th in a row in 10 innings, 2-1 against Minnesota. J.J. Spawn took the U.S. Open. He had bogeyed 5 of the first 6 holes in the final round. The Memphis Grizzlies traded Desmond Bane to Orlando, and U.S. men's soccer beat Trinidad 5-0.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Slight chance for isolated thunderstorms today, otherwise a blend of clouds and sun. Daytime highs approaching 92. Southwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast skies tonight, thunderstorms likely, lows of a love around 61. Chance of thunderstorms tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 78, cloudy. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Is your current financial advisor really listening to you, or just waiting for his or her turn to talk? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we are here, ready to listen. We want to know what's important to you. We want to learn about your goals so that together we can put you on the financial path that's right for you. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
8:05, let's go outside with Jack Simpson and find out what it really feels like. What's it feel like out there, Jack?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. Nice breeze, 70 degrees outside under a mostly sunny skies. Now the wind's out of the south from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 29.95, humidity at 83%. No rain in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month will stay at 2 inches and 97 hundredths. High yesterday of 88, overnight low of 66. Sunrise today was at 6:04. Sunset today 9:14. I was out here yesterday. We now have 3 eggs in the nest, and the bird, either the mom or dad, is in the nest currently right now.
Oh, fantastic!
So
they're just kind of, they've spread them out a little ways. What
Yeah.
are they, an egg a day, maybe?
Maybe.
So is this the same family of robins that had eggs in the nest earlier, or is this a new family, just kind of using the nest?
That's a good question. I can't tell you there, Brent.
Okay,
You know,
just curious.
I think what you could do is, while they're on the nest, if you could catch them and put a little ring on their leg, like you do pigeons, then
Yeah, a
we would
little
know if it was
tracker.
the same
Maybe,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah. Can you see any gourds from where you're at there? Can you see anything coming up?
Not from my view. I did kind of look yesterday. It looked like there were some little plants sprouting out of the
Yeah,
ground.
they're
though.
coming up. Oh,
So-
they're coming up. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Excuse me. 8:06 is your time. Here's Brent Apperson. He does sports really well. He also really highlights explicitly the specials at the grocery cart. Here he is.
All right, here you go. Here's your ad for this week from the grocery cart in Broken Bow. Ad runs today, June 16th through the 22nd of the month. And here's what is listed. We'll start in the meat department like we always do. 85% lean ground round, $4.98 a pound. Boneless pork loin, $2.28 a pound. Charcoal steaks are $6.98 a pound. And Grocery Cart's own homemade pork sausage is $3.68 a pound. The 2.5-pound bag of Best Choice all-natural bone-in chicken wing portions are $6.98. Fresh frozen Best Buy boneless chicken breast fillets are $2.48 a pound. Van de Kamp's breaded or battered fish, the boxes are $5.98. And Butterball boneless turkey breast, 3-pound package, $14.98. Smithfield's smoked sliced bacon is $4.98 for the package. Ballpark Meat Franks get 2 for $4. Bar S smoked sausage, $6.48 for the package. Hillshire Farm smoked sausage, 2 for $7. And Oscar Mayer basic Lunchables get 2 for $4. In the dairy department, Crystal Farms chunk cheese, 2 for $5. Crystal Farms shredded cheese, 2 packages for $5. Kraft cheese singles, $4.48 for the package. Let's see, other items listed. Yoplait yogurt, get 10 of them for $6. David's Deli Bagels, $1.88 for the package. Minute Maid orange juice, $3.98. And Pillsbury Grands biscuits get 2 for $3. Other things in the ad this week from the grocery cart. Smucker's Uncrustables, $2.98. Boston Market entrees, $2.98. Pillsbury Toaster Strudel Value Pack, $5.28. If you go to Sonic and you love their tots, Sonic Tater Tots are $4.28 in the package. Other specials this week, Pepperidge Farm Layer Cake, $4.98. Budget Savor Pops, 2 for $7. And Best Choice Ice Cream, the 48-ounce tubs, are $2.98. Other grocery savings listed this week, Nabisco Oreos get 2 for $6. Frito-Lay Doritos or Ruffles, $3.98 for the package. Village Hearth Slider Buns are $2.88. Sara Lee Classic White Bread, $2.83 for the loaf. And Sara Lee Artisano Bread is 3 for $10. Hunt's Squeeze Ketchup, just 98 cents for the bottle. Hunt's Pasta Sauce, 98 cents for the can. Club, Townhouse, or Keebler graham crackers, 2 for $7. Cremette Pasta, get 4 for $5. Old Orchard Juice, get 2 for $4. And Famous Dave's Barbecue Sauce is on sale. The bottles are $2.98 this week. In the produce section, Cosmic Crisp Apples, $1.18 a pound. Extra large green bell peppers are 88 cents. 3-pound bag of yellow onions, $1.98. Fresh zucchini or yellow squash, $1.28 a pound. New crop Arkansas tomatoes, $1.58 a pound. 6-ounce package of raspberries or blackberries, get 2 for $7. Red or green seedless grapes are $2.48 a pound. A pint of blueberries is $3.58. And the 5-pound bag of Best Choice russet potatoes, get 2 for $6. Other store-wide savings this week: Pillsbury muffin mix, get 4 for $5. Famous Dave's pickles, $3.78 for the jar. Best Choice baked beans, $1.38. Smucker's jelly or jam, $2.98 for the jar. Jif peanut butter, $2.98. Frito-Lay Lay's stacks, get 2 for $4. Best Choice yellow mustard, 98 cents. And Star-Kissed Chunk Light tuna, the 5-ounce cans are $1.18. Some of the specials you'll find in the deli this week at the GK: slice to order Kretschmar oven roasted turkey, $8.98 a pound, and slice to order Kretschmar Colby Jack cheese, $6.98 a pound. Those are just some of the specials you're going to find this week at the grocery cart in Broken Bow.
Thank you very much, Brent. Congratulations goes out to all the organizers and volunteers up in Anselmo for another successful Big Sky Jubilee. Things concluded yesterday, and they had good weather for the event, and lots of fun for the kids and families, and tractor pulls and good food, and the list goes on and on. Parade and all sorts of great presentations during that. So congratulations there. I see that Jeremy took the car up and threw some candy with his family and the kids, and looks like they had fun. And I hope you all had fun in Anselmo over the weekend. As we mentioned earlier, not festival. There's not a lot of festivals in the immediate area this weekend, but there is that demo derby on Saturday out at the Custer County Fairgrounds. The next weekend, though, several opportunities to go to some of our communities and enjoy their hospitality, and we'll be talking about that in the near future. Also, want to remind you that we have baseball for you this week. Brent's excited about it because it's quite a good matchup.
Yeah, it'll be a league game. Broken Bow will take on Minden on Wednesday night. That'll be American Legion Seniors Baseball. Pitch is scheduled for 8 o'clock, so we'll have that on the air for you on Wednesday night. And then the following night, we'll be back over at Tyke Arnold Field, going to bring another broadcast of Broken Bow Spirit Softball. Of course, big weekend for Spirit Softball as they'll be hosting their big tournament this weekend in Broken Bow. This will be a regular season game in front of the tournament that we'll broadcast for you on Thursday. It'll be a doubleheader with DCB, and we'll start with first game at 6:30, take a little break, bring you the second game as well, and kind of set up the big tournament for you coming up this weekend in Broken Bow.
Also, today, a very special day, the Broken Bow Veterans of Foreign Wars and the American Legion are inviting the public to participate in one last salute to World War II veteran and Purple Heart recipient Wayne Mills today along the route of the funeral procession. Now, the route is a little bit different because of construction and so forth, so see if I can get this right here and jump in if I misinform anybody, Brent. But the place you need to go is First Avenue, First Street, from N Street to the highway, Highway 2. And so that would be the First Avenue stretch on the south side of Highway 2. N Street as far as you can go to the south, so you're kind of aware of that street that ends up going to Highway 21. So they'll be coming from the cemetery, from the United Methodist Church on that route, and they'll be coming south to north to Highway 2 on First Avenue, and they would like as many people as possible to line the streets with flags, and they will have flags that you can pick up at 916th South First Avenue for those of you wishing to line the street, and you're asked to be in place by 3:45. They'll leave the church and take that route to Westerville for the burial services. It would be quite a tribute to have that lined with flags on both sides of the street, and they'll have plenty of flags for you to pick up. That's at Peggy Ness's house, actually, for you folks who are like a lot of us, addresses don't mean too much. Go to Peggy's place, and they'll have the flags there for you to pick up. And very special man, I think, representing the good in our country in this part of the world, and humbly doing good things, quietly doing good things, great family, and last World War II veteran of this post here. and that's happening all over the country. And Wayne just received award in April for his service and for being one of the last World War II veterans in the area. So they'd love to have you there today, and you want to be in place by 3:45.
Yeah. And looks like Del Moniger just commented on Facebook with us. Says 911 South 1st. Would that be where you pick up the flags?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's at Peggy's place.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, 911 South 1st Avenue. So right there on the same street that you're going to be lining the street for the flags with. So.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick time out. We'll be back with the Stray Cats because it is Bring Your Cat to Work Day.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Cattle producers, AeroSeed is your one-stop shop for power fencing needs. AeroSeed has all the supplies, including high-tensile wire, posts, insulators, and energizers to build or replace a solar, electric, or battery-operated system. They offer products from Gallagher, the most practical, affordable, and dependable range of animal management systems on the market. Should anything ever go wrong with your Gallagher Energizer, you won't have to send it off somewhere to be repaired. Most often it can be repaired right at AeroSeed. Get your Gallagher power fence and supplies from AeroSeed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
Take a listen to the list of projects that MC Fencing can help you with. Fencing, including builds, removals, and repairs, plus cedar tree cutting, including those hard-to-get spots like side hills. MC Fencing uses professional-grade equipment, which means you receive the most efficient and cleanest job possible. The journey toward their fair and competitive pricing begins with a free estimate. Openings are available now, so call Martin Castro at 308-870-6227. MC Fencing, serving Custer County and the surrounding area.
Spring and summer fun is upon us. Here at Team Physical Therapy, we want to get you ready and keep you healthy all year long. If you are having trouble getting back into shape, call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111. We are highly trained in sports injuries that you may be experiencing. Whether it's a muscle strain, shin splints, foot, knee, or shoulder pain, let your movement rehabilitation specialist get you in shape for summer fun. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteenpt.com.
That's right. Whether your favorite is cinnamon, lemon, butterscotch, or strawberry, they are there. If you're more into chocolate, s'mores milk, chocolate s'mores, and caramel s'mores are available. Grab up a bag of sugar-free chocolate. They're in stock. Like Airbond, peppermints, or saltwater taffy, they're in stock. There's so much candy to talk about. You better stop in and see it all at Varney Pharmacy in downtown Broken Bow.
Cattlemen, spring is here and things are starting to green up. But alongside the good green like pasture grass and trees come the bad greens, musk thistles, mullenweed, buckbrush, and other weeds. Let Aero Aviation help you get the bad green under control this spring. They use the latest in aircraft and GPS technology and crop protection products while keeping the good green in your pocket. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim today and schedule spring spraying with Aero Aviation, 872-5113.
The folks at Nebraska State Bank want to wish you and your family a happy and safe summer, filled with lots of memory-making fun. Barbecues, swimming, ball games, and the county fair are some of the best parts of summer. They look forward to all the local celebrations and parades and hope to see you there too. Do your banking at nesb.bank. Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
It is 8:23, and we want to talk a little bit about our friends at Rustic and Red. It is almost time to, well, it is. Thursday, coming up this Thursday, is their activity they have every month.
Every third Thursday of the month, they do what they call their Sip and Shop at Rustic and Red in Cozad. So that'll be coming up this Thursday. 10 to 7 is when the store will be open. The sipping will start at 4. They'll have in-store specials and a chance to register for their door prize. That'll run all day, so be listening for more details later this week on some of the specials that they will be running. If you're looking for a unique gift item, they have them. Gifts for all ages and gifts for men and women. Weddings, baby gifts, or something fun for yourself. Check out this wonderful store at Rustic and Red in downtown Cozad and come join them for their monthly Sip and Shop happening this Thursday. Store open from 10 to 7 during the day. Sipping will start at 4 o'clock on Thursday at Rustic and Red in Cozad.
In the morning, you are awakened by the twitter of a little bird.
No, it's Dave and Brent.
I knew there was a reason I got out of bed this morning.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI, KBBN.
The right approach to care makes all the difference. And at Broken Bow Dental, that means staying true to the values that matter most to this community. Dr. Casey McLeod and her team build lasting relationships, knowing every patient by name. She also listens, making certain your treatment is the right fit. And with advanced technology, the team at Broken Bow Dental streamlines care, completing procedures in fewer visits so you can get back to what matters most. Located right off Highway 2 in Broken Bow, Dr. McLeod's practice is now accepting patients. Better, brighter, Broken Bow Dental.
Is there anything better than getting rewarded? Let us ask you this. How many reward apps do you currently have on your phone? Are you 2 purchases away from that free coffee or maybe a sandwich? Well, maybe we have one last question. Are you being rewarded for spending? If you said no, we can help you change that. At Bruning Bank, we offer 4 levels of our Bruning Bank credit card so we can best match you with the credit card suited for your lifestyle. The best part? You earn rewards with every purchase. Give us a call today at 308-872-2757 or visit BruningBank.com to learn how you can make the most of your purchases. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Did you know that there are supplemental health insurance policies that enhance your coverage? Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. You're used to hearing me talk about annual enrollments, Medicare, and private health insurance, but dental, vision, accident, cancer, and hospital indemnity plans are available year-round. These affordable coverages can help ease the financial burden when the unexpected happens. Give Lori or myself a call at 308-836-2201 or stop into the office in Callaway or Broken Bow.
8:26. Yes, there's plenty of things coming up this week, and here's one of those. That's tomorrow. It is Raise the Roof fundraiser, and I think you did a story on that on local news.
We did, yes.
For the Broken Bow Library. Funds to help replace the Broken Bow Library roof. Now, this is on the original section of the building, and they found some problems there, and so they're going to try to raise a little money to help kind of take care of some of the costs. Silent auction tomorrow from 4 until 7:30, and a popcorn bar and music bingo. Now, did Megan explain music bingo to you?
A little bit. They've done it in the past. They've done music bingo before, so people who have participated will be familiar with it.
Have you played it before?
I have not. Nope, I have not played it. But it sounds like it's a lot of fun.
Do you have to be an athlete?
No, I don't believe so.
You don't have to be gifted?
I don't think so. Hey, anybody can participate.
Okay.
This, by the way, is part of the Give for Custer County promotion that we were talking about. This is one of the, I guess, organizations or however you want to phrase it,
nonprofits
that will be part of the Give for Custer County event. So this is one of the fundraisers that we were talking about. They'll raise funds for that and then be matched a little bit out of the Give for Custer County Fund.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then on Thursday of this week, another burger bash at the grocery cart for the Ansley Rotary from 4 until 7 p.m. So those are a couple of things. Again, we went to a family gathering on Saturday, to the Ryan family reunion. And again, that park at Ansley, what a gem.
Mm-hmm.
A beautiful indoor area. You can have those sorts of things, family gatherings. Got playground equipment right beside it. And the guys put the stakes in and played horseshoe all afternoon into the early evening. But, boy, it looks great. And it goes back a long ways from the lake. I know we drive by all the time and we look at that lake and see some playground equipment and different things there and go, oh, it's a nice park and got the football field and everything. They got camping and all this available space further to the west. So if you get a chance, drive in sometime. It's very impressive. Let's see here. You've got baseball lined up. We've got the demo derby on Saturday. We got some of the other things we just mentioned. Anything else that you know of coming up? I mean, Father's Day is past, so our day is gone.
Yes. Although you can celebrate us every day of the year, kids, if you'd like to.
You could. If you would, that'd be nice.
No, I guess as a programming note, as far as KCNI KBBN radio is concerned, we will let you know that we'll have the monthly Governor's Call-In program for you today on KCNI radio. This is something that they do every month with Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen, courtesy of the Nebraska Broadcasters Association, and they will air that today at 2 o'clock. We'll air it for you on KCNI radio later today.
All right. It is summer, and it's going to get hot, so let's get a little summer breeze going here this morning.
Selecting your family memorial. Now there's yet another good reason to come and see us today. For the entire month of June, with a coupon from the newspaper, you'll receive additional savings off our already sale prices. We'll assist you in selecting the stone, the inscription, and the artwork, and we'll save you money too. Come see us during the After Memorial Day sale at the Palmer Monument Company in Broken Bow and Lexington.
Duda Plumbing, the guys you want when you need a new septic system or your existing system needs a good pumping. With Scott and Colton boasting over 40 years of experience, they know a thing or two about keeping things flowing smoothly. Don't wait until your backyard or basement smell like a swamp. Get on their schedule for a pump every 2 years. For the really tough spots, their sewer camera can spy on what their eyes can't catch. For over 40 years, Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing.
Oh, by the way, Duda Plumbing spotted the bull snake out back here a month or so ago.
Yeah, a while back now.
Yeah. Russ Bristol sent me a picture of a skunk.
What?
Yep, a skunk right outside here next to the building by the little tower here.
Oh, great.
Yeah. He said it's a funny-looking cat. I go, yeah.
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 Let's not have someone mistake that for a cat, since it is take your cat to work day today.
Yes.
Don't bring that in here.
No kidding. And it was right during the day.
Yeah.
So you always kind of worry a little bit when you see a skunk during the daytime that they might have got sick or rabies or something, because you don't often, I guess you see them outside during the day sometimes, but a lot of times they wait till they're kind of a nocturnal type of animal. But he was out during the day here. So
wow, wonderful.
Yeah. Also, I don't typically, Jennifer Schaaf.
I do, yes. Wonderful, wonderful gal.
I didn't know that she could get a little worked up, a little aggressive, but she had a little talking to me on Friday after the Rotary golf tournament was over.
Oh, she did? I don't know if I got in on that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, she said I stole her prize.
Oh, one of the flag prizes.
Flag prizes.
Yeah.
One of the many awards that we received as a team.
You did haul it in. Man, you were even nice enough to share some of your prizes. Thank you.
Yeah. And I think I'll attribute a lot of the prizes that I received at the Rotary Golf Tournament due to Brent Custer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I know a lot of people know he's a good golfer, and he even helps people. But I've been using these Shelter Insurance golf balls.
Oh, yeah, that was the key.
They got their logo on the ball, And I just don't think this particular set of box of golf balls go as far as other people's golf balls.
I was going to wonder if that was one of the golf balls you were using when you won the flag prize for shortest drive.
Hey, Shipe wasn't far behind me. He hit it just a little further than I did, or he would have won the prize.
Yeah.
And Jan came up and gave me a good talking to because she said I stole her flag prize.
Her name was on the flag prize before you hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Jan, it's not my fault. It's Brent Custer's. So he gave me some box of golf balls. I think I actually
they just don't go very far.
I think I actually won those one other time for being such a bad golfer. Blame Brent Custer, not me, Jennifer.
You and I have both been the recipients over the years of some great prizes at the Rotary Golf Tournament for playing really bad.
I know.
It's great.
If you want to get prizes.
That's why we keep going back to this tournament. Like, yes, finally a tournament where we can get rewarded.
Well, let me just put it this way. I don't know there's folks out there that don't golf, but as you most know, the lower the score, the better you did.
Yeah.
Right? So it's the minimum amount of strokes that you take to get around the course.
That is the concept of the game.
Let's give you a comparison here. The winning team golfed 28 in 9 holes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And Jeremy and Dave And it's a scramble, by the way. That means you take the best shot of the two and work your way around. So you're not golfing by yourself. You kind of be able to take, like, for instance, if Jeremy hit a long drive and I didn't, then we use his drive, which was the case most all day, except for that hole where he almost got the shortest drive. Anyway, we were able to muster up a 53.
Yeah.
And won a lot of prizes.
Yeah.
Won a lot of prizes.
Crowley and I weren't much better.
We were 10 better.
Yeah, we had fun, though.
Here's Cats in the Cradle, Harry Chapin.
A child arrived just the other day. He came to the world in the usual way.
Cradle on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. A very nice piece on yesterday's Sunday morning show on CBS about Harry Chapin and how he did so much as far as creating foundations and different organizations that still do good things for people in need. And very, very interesting man. He played in Kearney many years ago. Happened to be able to go to his show at the Kearney College at that time. And it was a great show. Also, I want you to know our next guest can sing. I've heard rumors that she can sing as well.
Not today, though. My voice will not allow it.
That's right. That's right. You're having some allergies or something. That kind of stinks, doesn't it?
I don't know. I don't smoke a pack a day, I promise. I sound like it, but I don't.
I've never seen you smoke, so I think that's the truth. A lot of good things going on in the communities. We've been talking all morning long about all the different activities that have taken place and are going to take place. Demo Derby this weekend. I think the following weekend there's 3 community celebrations. And the fundraiser just kicked off this morning by the Custer County Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
You just got through a big event that was a test of your will and skill with the weather and everything with the brand ride. How did that turn out for you?
We are having a debriefing meeting this week with our committee to talk about what went well and what we might do differently next time. Most of us on that committee had never hosted before.
Mm-hmm.
So, we visited with Donis and Deb and some of the folks who had been involved last time they came through and did all sorts of planning. And then in the end, none of it really mattered because the weather hit and we had to scramble the afternoon before and figure out what we were going to do with them because severe weather and everything was muddy out at the fairgrounds where we were going to camp them. And so Dave and Darren Martin and the city guys really stepped up and just put the armory together for us kind of last minute. Thank goodness we have that. To me, it was really a perfect kind of in case of emergency. So they had showers and, tons of showers in there and rooms around the side that they could camp in and ran the shuttles from there out to the different stops around town and it worked. Got through it.
You got through it. And I think no matter how many times you talk to the people that you mentioned and others who have experienced running something like that, Mother Nature can change it all on you like it did.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys adjusted to it. And the Armory was a perfect backup plan. Also recently covered a small fire at the BD plant,
Mm-hmm.
which was used for the employees to go into because it was cold, wet, and windy that day.
Right.
So it's really, really
I know.
great to have it, isn't
We
it?
just keep praising Dave over and over again for making sure the city got a hold of that building. And we visited a little bit about what they'll end up using it for. We've discussed different options from an economic, development standpoint, and whatever they use it for, it'll be useful. It's a great, solid building.
Yeah, it's worthy. Yeah, it sure is. Sure is. So you got through that, and I don't suppose that'll happen again where we're the overnight stay for a while, few years down the road maybe.
Yeah, I think the last time was in 2018.
Okay.
It was pre-COVID, so they try to vary their route a little bit every year, and so we may be a pass-through community again at some point. Like Callaway was a pass-through community. They caught a lot of them for lunch because of the weather. A lot of them kind of dropped off the ride at or before Callaway and then grabbed a bus ride up to Broken Bow. So we may have the opportunity to be a pass-through in the future, but won't be an overnight stay for a little while.
Okay.
But we'll have detailed notes in the file for next time.
I know you will, Scotty. That's the way you work. That's why you're good at what you do. And, of course, you have Mackenzie and board members and all the other chamber work with you on it and some other volunteers to get through it. So we appreciate it. Thank you very much. So we have a meeting today, 4 o'clock, monthly meeting. What are some of the things you're going to be talking about?
I'm going to cover, essentially it's been a very busy month for me. Not only with Bran, we submitted our Affordable Housing Trust Fund application. That's a grant for $750,000, so wrapped that up, got that turned in. And then I wrapped up my responses to the findings on my Rural Workforce Housing Fund audit. So that took some time and was kind of weighing on me. It was due the same week that Bran was here. And
oh, boy.
And then we've got some research for the Wellness Center, Rec Center project that we've got going that has kind of been on the back burner with all of these immediate needs. And so I'm excited to really dive in on moving forward with that Wellness Center.
Yeah. That's something that's been on the front burner, middle burner, back burner for a long, long time. And it is a challenge. I mean, it's something that's not easy to create. but
Right.
I know that there's been public input in years past. One of the things that always pops up, of course, is a swimming pool, indoor swimming pool.
Mhm.
I don't know whether that's feasible or not. They're very expensive to maintain, and but there are some other needs that people have suggested as well.
Yes. Narrowing down the amenities inside of the building. That's one of the things when a project has been going on in the planning stages for as long as this one has is like the blueprints, the designs that we have, they have like racquetball rooms in there. And it's like, nobody really plays racquetball anymore. Let's get some pickleball courts in there. And just, fine tuning the details and then figuring out how we're going to move forward. We did meet with the Nebraska Philanthropic Trust, which is an organization out of Omaha. And they essentially it was a spinoff from the Walter Scott Foundation when he found out he was ill and he had a few heart projects that he wanted to see completed. And now they've just kind of carried forward. They had some seed money that has been able to continue on this organization. And essentially they do project management now, which is a lot of what CEDC does for our community. They've just done it mostly in the Omaha area with like hundreds of millions of dollar projects. So our little $10 million project wasn't quite big enough for them to take on, but they did offer us some great advice, and they offered themselves as a resource for us going forward, how they would manage a project like this. So
yeah,
that was helpful.
I think the challenge is not only to build something that people want to use, but build it in a way that when people's tastes change, that you have a structure that you can convert easily. Like you mentioned, pickleball. At one time, you couldn't have enough tennis courts in town. People were standing in line waiting to play tennis. Now most of those are pickleball courts. So you would want to have...
and even just, these plans are from 2018. It's not really that long ago that we were talking about racquetball. It might have been a little longer, maybe 2015. We're talking 10 years ago, probably.
Yeah. There was a racquetball court or two here in town for a while, and it has to be built to where it can change with
adaptable. Yeah, for sure.
So, and it's all for the community. When people come to town and you invite them to take a look around town, you got a nice swimming pool up at Melham Park, and you have the lake and the hospital and the schools and the parks.
Beautiful nursing home up there.
Yeah. This all kind of fits together, doesn't it?
Well, and, we keep in mind the economic aspects and the impact that it could have on our community businesses, too. If we had more gym space, we could host some larger conference events, which puts heads in beds, so people stay overnight. And we are so centrally located within the state, it would be really nice. And everybody wants to go where the new shiny things are. So, if we had a collegiate competition-sized gym, another one in town, that would open up the opportunity to host a lot more events that way.
Well, certainly a good example would be this coming weekend with the Melham facilities that we have and then Tomahawk Park facilities for softball, because there's hundreds upon hundreds of people coming to town this weekend. They'll be staying for 2-3 days.
Absolutely, yeah. It has a huge impact on our local economy. They go out to eat, they buy fuel, they have some free time in between, they do a little shopping, and then again, if they're staying overnight and paying that, the tax that contributes to our tourism fund, which then cycles back through in the form of tourism grants, and then we can use that money to incentivize even more economic activity in our area. So,
well, it really is important. So I hope it goes well for you. One of the other things that we talk about often here on the show, and it kind of fits together with this, is supporting the businesses that we have in our county, and I'm talking about all the communities. I wonder how many times you get a call from a box store in Grand Island or Kearney or Lincoln or Omaha wants to send you money for a playground. Does that happen very often?
No, and I, jokingly say I call even the corporate stores here in town that don't donate to anything, the Dollar Generals or whatever it might be, and I make them tell me no.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, they make money off of our community too. And I call them every time so that they can relay that, you know, farther up that, you know, we would really appreciate you, you know, contributing to our local economy a little bit and our organizations. But
certainly they provide jobs.
Yeah.
And that
and a need. They fill a need.
And a need, and that helps. But it is a little frustrating. Well, we experience the same thing in this business for advertising.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear a lot of ads of certain corporations on local radio. You just don't, and that's just the way it is. But I appreciate you asking.
Like I said, my husband always says, "Make him tell you no." So
he's
that's
right.
what I do.
He's right. So all right. So we kind of bounced around here a little bit as usual. Is there something on your mind that you wanted to highlight specifically?
Well, the barn's open. We've Mackenzie's designing a hat to be for sale out there this year, and then we've got our T-shirts we're offering out there. We will be filling in a few volunteer spots out there, so if you want to come out and visit with us, there may be a time that we will be out at the barn this summer. We're filling a few spots. We had a few volunteers that had some things come up, so you know, I always encourage our local people to get out there and check the barn out. It's really a neat little gem that we have in our community.
Yeah. Joan and a friend were doing their stand the other day out at the barn. You might be interested in this story, and it doesn't matter who they were, where they're from. They were travelers from a ways away, and they actually came up from south of here and said they slept in their car the night before because the hotel or motel rates were so high. They decided they would, and they were professionals. I mean, it wasn't like they probably couldn't afford to pay what they were asking for, but they said, we just went out behind this hotel or motel, I don't know which it was, and slept in our car.
Laid the seats back. And
They said they didn't get the warmest reception wherever that was, and that's you know, the price is one thing. Maybe how the price is presented is another. How important is how people treat travelers that come through? I mean, it lasts forever, doesn't it?
It does, and I think one small interaction can affect. I mean, it has a ripple effect out. I mean, a lot farther than we ever realized.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one thing we talked a lot about with even the brand writers coming through. You know, you think about we're doing all this work to host these people for one night. You know, and they're all exhausted. Are they really going out and spending much money in our community? But if they remember Broken Bow in a charming sense, you know, that they were so accommodating, and we really enjoyed our small amount of time that we had there, and they think about coming back maybe to retire here or just to visit with their family and check out more things that they didn't get a chance to look at. You know, Rotary was there with our welcome tent, and those gals, I think, were really great about promoting the different things in our community and just striking up conversations with these folks. And, you know, anywhere, whether you're out to eat, anytime I go to Kincaiders, I run into people that aren't from around here. And that's always my first question is like, what brought you here? And what do you enjoy about our community? And it seems like it's always something different, but there's just a lot of things that draw people here.
Yeah. A lot of times it goes down to the people and the interaction they had with people. That's so important. And these days, it isn't just if they have an unhappy experience, it doesn't just stay with their circle. They can go on social media and make it known worldwide, actually. So it's even more important nowadays, I think, than 20 years ago.
Yeah. One thing I hear a lot from people that, I don't know that it surprises me, but it's kind of fun to hear is like, well, we're always looking for an excuse to get to Broken Bow. Like one of the foundations we've been getting to know a little bit is the Nebraska Community Foundation, because they offer some internship programs, and the community representative, she said, well, we were really hoping Broken Bow would become an affiliated community because we'd just like a reason to go out there.
That's nice.
And it's like, I just love hearing that.
Yeah.
So.
And it goes for our other communities as well. I know that Arnold has had people end up living in Arnold who came to Sork, and people up in the Sargent area who went to the Honey Lodge, and the list goes on and on. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And of course, in Oconto, it's just to be able to see Dan Eggleston.
Right on.
As a celebrity that he is. So everybody's got a gem, right?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. I was going to really interrogate you today, but since your voice isn't very sturdy today, I'm going to take pity.
Thank you for your mercy. I appreciate it.
It's take your cat to work day today. Do you have a cat? You taking a cat to work today?
I do have a couple cats at home. I don't know that they would take to traveling to town very well. There's one of them that Grassland just knows. Boots doesn't come to town. Like, give me what he needs, and I'll get it on him when I get a chance.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll be scratched up getting to town. Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully we'll see you later today at the meeting. But thanks again for what you do. And I guess one other thing we didn't maybe talk about, which is ongoing, is the housing situation. And I always catch a glimpse of what's going on up at West Ridge and in other parts of town. I see some sold signs on some houses. It sounds like the market's pretty, I wouldn't know if I'd say hot, but lively.
Active, yeah.
Yeah. So, and are things progressing out there? I know they had a little weather here and there.
Mm-hmm. We did our final walkthrough right at about a month ago with JEO, the engineering firm. And they created their hit list, and it's essentially at this point it's just grading and making sure everything looks, finalized. And it was fun to walk the streets up there.
Yeah,
feels like a real neighborhood. And so yeah, we'll be closing on the sale of our first lot here real soon. As soon as they've got to make stakes for where the actual lot boundaries are.
Oh, I see.
But that's we've got the legal descriptions, we've got the addresses, and 2 or 3 development proposals that we're mulling over. And so, yeah, I'm hoping it will go quickly. I'm ready for that torch to be passed on to the next step in that development stage.
Okay. Thanks, Scotty.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Here's Blackberry Smoke on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Dubo, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. At least 5 dead in Israel from overnight Iranian missile strikes. Israel claims it's hit the headquarters of an elite Iranian military unit. The BBC's Giyar Gol is in Tehran.
Many are extremely worried. They are trying to leave. And even today, police says all the entrance of the city is open for people to leave the city if they wish.
The conflict now expected to take center stage at a meeting of Western leaders in Canada, among them President Trump. CBS's Willie James Inman.
Before he departed for Canada, the president teased that we could potentially see some trade deals announced on the sidelines of the G7 summit.
Police flushed the suspect out of the woods near his home in the murder of a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband. CBS's Lilia Luciano spoke with Vance Belter's roommate.
He said that he was a born-again Christian. He cared a lot about abortion back in the day when he first became a born-again Christian, but that he didn't talk about it a whole lot.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. 783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The San Francisco Giants acquired DH Rafael Devers from Boston for 4 players. He's in year 2 of a 10-year contract. The Giants are 2 games back of the first-place Dodgers in the NL West now after losing 5-4 in L.A. The Padres are still 3 back after San Diego won 8-2 at Arizona. The Padres start a 4-game series Monday at Dodger Stadium. L.A.'s Shohei Ohtani will pitch as an opener on Monday and be the DH. Tampa Bay beat the Mets in New York again 9-0. Phillies and Miami each won. Colorado 10-1 winners at Atlanta. It was 1-1 going to the 7th. Boston won its 5th straight game, 2-1 over the Yankees. Houston won its 5th in a row in 10 innings, 2-1 against Minnesota. J.J. Spawn took the U.S. Open. He had bogeyed 5 of the first 6 holes in the final round. The Memphis Grizzlies traded Desmond Bane to Orlando, and U.S. men's soccer beat Trinidad 5-0.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Slight chance for isolated thunderstorms today, otherwise a blend of clouds and sun. Daytime highs approaching 92. Southwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast skies tonight, thunderstorms likely, lows of around 61. Chance of thunderstorms tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 78, cloudy. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
From delicious burgers and chicken strips to cones, shakes, and blizzards, truly something for everyone. Visit your local Dairy Queen on West Highway 2 in Broken Bow and feed your cravings. They look forward to seeing you soon.
Currently 73. We'll call it partly sunny, but it is getting a little dark out there already. Winds out of the south 5 to 10. Barometric pressure is rising now at 30.00. Humidity at 82%. High yesterday was 88 with an overnight low of 66, and we have not had precipitation for a few days now. We're holding at 2 inches and 97 hundredths for the month. But I should tell you that the National Weather Service has been very active yesterday, last night, and this morning with updates to us. And Jeremy has posted this information for you on Sandhills Express. The National Weather Service in North Platte is predicting rapid thunderstorm development this afternoon and this evening. And the greatest concern with these storms is large hail and damaging winds, though a tornado cannot be ruled out. A majority of the KCNI KBBN listening area is at a risk of level 3 out of 5. Probability for severe hail is between 5 and 29% for much of the state of Nebraska, while the listening area has between 30 and 44% chance of severe winds, hail up to tennis ball sized, and wind gusts up to 75 miles per hour possible, according to the National Weather Service. So stay tuned to 95.3 FM and KBBN.com and the free KBBN app for weather updates. If a warning is issued that includes Custer County, our announcers will begin their live continuous in-studio coverage on KCNI and KBBN radio. So that's not a good note to have, but it is necessary to bring that to you. Likelihood of storms increasing as we go through the day into this evening. Good to have you along. Let's get a little moonlight going this morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. It feels right. Be covered by the clouds and it wouldn't be stormy, but we are looking for that chance this afternoon and tonight. So again, keep your dial set right where it's at. You know, there's these people that go out onto the ocean and they dive for treasures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now with technology, they're actually finding a few more that way rather than just diving down and looking around. And France accidentally found a remarkably intact 16th century shipwreck. A French military expedition accidentally found the remains of a 16th century merchant ship. Photos from an underwater robot shows that some of the cargo is in pretty darn good shape while being located more than 1.5 miles underwater. Items found include 200 ceramic jars with designs indicating they originated in what is now modern-day northern Italy. Archaeologists will create a 3D model of the wreckage site before trying to recover any more items. It's believed to be the deepest shipwreck ever found.
Wow.
In French territorial waters. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever think about deep-sea diving? Be honest now. Be honest.
No, not deep sea diving. I've wanted to. I thought it'd be cool to, snorkel.
Oh, I think you'd make a great snorkeler.
Yeah. But no, I really have had no desire to go way down deep.
I think it would be kind of claustrophobic,
Yeah.
like especially when it gets dark down there.
Yeah.
But how would you like to go in one of those? Well, what were they? Cast iron to start with when they first started putting you inside the full body deep sea. Wasn't really a suit. It was a chunk of iron they put you in and run a hose with oxygen into it and shipwreck. A lot of that was in the World War II era.
Yeah.
Man, I think you'd have to be pretty brave to do that.
Yes.
And to be able to...
Well conditioned, too,
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah, be very strong to be able to even get in and out of the darn thing. But, yeah, I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll just be a radio guy and be a little wimp.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to growing gourds.
Yeah, we can grow some gourds. Getting a little worried about the hail. I hope nobody gets hail tonight. That's not going to be something we need. Corn's just starting to look good.
Yes.
Soybeans and everything. I want to remind you again, if you're just tuning in, that there is a special request by the veterans of the area. The veterans of foreign wars and the American Legion are inviting the public to participate in the last salute to World War II veteran and Purple Heart recipient Wayne Mills today along the route of the funeral procession, which will be coming from the First United Methodist Church. And they'll come from the church, come down N Street, and then they'll come to the north down First Avenue to Highway 2. And they're asking people to gather along that stretch of First Avenue. That's a very wide street, so it should work out nicely. And they'd like you to pick up flags at 916 South First Avenue. That's Peggy Ness' place. And they're hoping that you'll pick up flags and that the street will be lined with flags from N Street to Highway 2 on First Avenue. The VFW and the American Legion would love it if you could do that today. And that is going to be, let's see here, they want you to be in place by 3:45. They'll start handing out the flags, I think, around 3 o'clock. So it's be a very moving moment in time, and then they'll take Wayne for burial out at the Westerville Cemetery. And so they'll make their way down Highway 2 from there to the east after they come down First Avenue. So please attend that if you can and take part if you can. It would be a very special thing to do. All right, let's talk a little bit about women.
Oh, my. Okay.
Chicks. I could think of some other words, but politically, I don't know that I can do that anymore. So let's just say she's a lady on The Breakfast Show.
What year was I born?
Yeah.
71.
Yeah, you're Chris's age. Or
Yep.
He's a little older than you.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, we were born the same year.
Can't understand why you don't have more 70s rebellion in you, if you were kind of born in the 70s. Hey, you're all hung up on the 80s, and it's like John Lennon says, nobody told me there'd be days like these in the 80s.
Well, you got to remember, in 1980, I was 9. So, I mean, before you're 9, it's not like you remember a whole lot of stuff.
Well, I would have thought you would have at least noticed. Peg, did he even notice? She's not answering me.
Yeah.
Are you getting together with your folks this summer sometime or this fall? Because
Probably.
I wanted to send Mom a gift, and I thought you could take it if you was going to get together with them.
Probably not this year.
Well, I guess I've got their mailing address. Oh,
okay.
Reminds me of when I think about it.
Oh, brother.
Card I have here. This is from Mom, Peg, down in Arkansas. Thank you for being so good to Brent. You're a special guy to all of us. Thanks again, Mom. The flowers are still so pretty. Thanks, Peg. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for reading that.
They're back in town on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Jeremy Shipe is in the studio. Good morning, Jeremy.
Good morning.
What's on your mind, big guy?
Well, this upcoming weekend is on my mind. The Demolition Derby is back in Custer County, and we've got some tickets that we're going to be giving away the rest of this week. We'll get that started tomorrow. We've got a number of them to give away. We've got anywhere from 6 to 10 to give away,
okay.
Depending on figuring out some logistical things, but we'll start that out tomorrow. So if people want singles or pairs, we're flexible, can do that, and we'll just kind of give them away as we work our way toward the Custer County Demolition Derby.
All right.
They're expecting a good amount of cars. Should be a great show. Was at the Ag Society meeting this past Thursday, and they talked about they haven't had a lot of pre-registrations, but because it is a points event for their tour that they do across the state, there's extra purse money in it for the drivers, and then they can also get points to being the champion at the end of the season. So a lot of them will be traveling from far distances to compete.
All right. Should be quite a show. Welcome back, Demo Derby, to Custer County Fairgrounds. Excuse me. They're going to have concessions, and I think, are they even having a beer garden there?
I think so.
So plenty to eat, and plenty of refreshments, and plenty of action.
Yep, they're going to have a concession stand, is my understanding, maybe a couple of food trucks and some drinks. And also the weather is looking like it's going to be plenty warm this weekend. Friday in particular, they're calling for much hotter, but as we all know, you can't really recover super well from a 100-degree day. It's still going to be pretty warm the next day, even if you had a steep drop-off. So
yeah. Well, the good news, the grandstand was built with the top on it, so you can get out of the sun on one end or the other usually, and got a good view from up there looking down on the event. So it should be a lot of fun.
It'll be a blast.
Okay. All
Brent
right.
and I will be there.
Yes. I can't wait to hear you guys. I've never thought you guys would call a demo derby together.
I know that it's pretty simple concept, honestly. If the car stops running, it's done. I guess there's not a whole lot to understand. But, yeah, we'll get the lowdown, and we'll see just how loud our speakers are and just how loud the cars are. And depending on that depends on how much you will hear from us.
Well, honestly, I helped with the Demo Derby back in probably 1980, and I was just getting started in radio, and my uncle, the manager, invited me to come and be in the announcer's booth, which was up in the stand up there, and I don't know if they could, because they were using the PA with the 10 speakers in the grandstand roof.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much they heard, but I was just thinking, geez, let me get in there and do this. And he really never did, and I look back now, and I'm so glad he didn't let me do it, because I wasn't prepared and ready. I wasn't the veteran that you guys are. You'll adjust. But who's going to go boom, kaboom? One of you guys going to do that?
Make sound effects for the crashes that are already happening?
I was going to say, I think,
probably not.
I'm with Jeremy. I think we'll just let the cars make the sounds.
Yeah.
No, when there's a big, you see one coming from all the way across, and you know he's going to get the other guy. Aren't you going to do like?
I might
kaboom!
say something like, "Oh, he's building up some speed," something like that.
Cracked him like an egg.
Yeah,
something. I don't know how that's going to work, but it'll be fun. So
it'll be a good time. So if you want to win tickets, be listening the rest of this week on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, and we'll have your tickets. Otherwise, you can get those at the door, and pretty reasonable for a good night of entertainment. I think there's 4 different categories that people can compete in preparing their car. So
yeah, and it isn't like it used to be with 4 different categories. They do welding, they modify, they do so much of those cars to get them ready to wreck them up.
Yeah, I think there's like a limited weld class. There's a bone stock class. I think there's a compact class this year. So it should be pretty fun.
compact class.
Yeah, I typically have a lot of 4-cylinder cars out there motoring around. We might be able to talk over those engines. Those are a little quieter.
They might be a high pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't take heat very well, those little 4-cylinders. I can testify to that. So if they run out of water, they won't last too long.
Yeah.
Do they have reserve water tanks for those, or how do they do that?
A lot of the time it used to be, back when I went to demo derbies, they didn't last that long because people they decided that week they were going to compete in the demo derby. And they knocked the windows out of the car, put it on a trailer, and took it to the fairgrounds and went for it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they put the gas tank in the back seat. They relocate the radiator so it doesn't get punctured right out of the gate. These guys put solid forklift tires on there so they don't get punctured and so they don't get a flat and get out that way. I mean, the sky's the limit, whereas what you can do. I went to a demolition derby in Iowa one time, and it was like basically a rule-free demolition derby. And people could reinforce within certain parameters. They could kind of reinforce their car however they wanted to, as long as it all held inside of the normal body style of the car. These guys built a steel frame on all 3 sides of the engine bay and then put cement cinder blocks
Oh, my God.
in that frame. When I mean to tell you these cars were going 25 miles an hour at each other. Normally in a demo derby, you're trying to protect your engine, back into each other,
Yes,
you know?
Yeah.
These head-on collisions all night long, and they're just bouncing off of each other, and these cars are losing no structure at all.
Boy.
It got to the point where they just had to eventually come up with some kind of rule on the fly because these cars could have gone all night.
To end it.
Yeah. We sat there and watched 2 cars bang into each other for like a half hour. And they weren't stopping. So I don't think we'll have that problem.
No.
They've got really good rules in place. So
Well, we'll look forward to it. Thank you, Jeremy. Tickets be given away here tomorrow and through the rest of the week here on The Breakfast Show. And
yep.
we'll look forward to that.
And then we've got another promotion that we're working on getting the final pieces together on this week, and that'll get started next Wednesday is when we'll get started on that, and that'll start with registrations for you to win that prize that day. So the day we announce that is the day it gets started. So you'll definitely want to listen into The Breakfast Show each day. Maybe there will be some miniature teasers leading up to that day. We'll see, but we're putting the pieces together.
All right. Thanks, Jeremy.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Brent. We'll have a show for you tomorrow. We'll all, of course, update you on the gourd growth.
You get water on those all weekend?
I missed Saturday. But
I was going to text you. I was out here twice on Saturday, and I kind of glanced back there. It looked like it was wet.
I got it Friday evening. I got a timer back there, so if I'm ever not around, just turn the timer to about an hour, and it's all set.
You know, I'd like to, but I tend to keep my hands off of things. I don't know. Like, if you had already watered it a lot, and then I poured another hour and a half, then I feel responsible if anything at all goes wrong with the gourds. Whereas if I don't touch them at all and something goes wrong, then I'm fine. You know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I get it.
Do you? Okay.